Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Shadowlands. So this week you'll notice that I've got a bit of an outfit change. I'm wearing my Christmas gear for the week because it's Christmas week. So this episode we are starting our builds in our industrial area. We're doing Steampunk Western. So this is Scooby and my industrial area. And this video we're going to concentrate on the airship. So there'll be a time lapse of me freestyling the ship base. Let me know what you think and if there's anything I need to change. I'm still not totally sure about it, but yeah, just let me know in the comments if you think it needs some changes.
Black CR4ZY left the game.
I forgot to turn off the off the audio. So at the back of the ship I'll be putting a propeller and a balloon, but that will be the next episode. So let's get started with this one. So before building the big ship, or the ship base, the ship hull, the ship, I realised that we would need a heap of wool for the balloon above it. So I checked our supplies and realised that we had nowhere near enough. So while I'm building the ship, I thought I could have a little automated sheep farm running, and hopefully by the time we finish the hull of the ship we will have enough wool to make the balloon part. So I thought I'd just quickly show you this really simple little sheep farm. You can have as many as you want. I'm just doing 4 bays, so we don't need a whole lot. It's going to be white sheep, but you can colour them any colour you want. If you need a different colour, you can always just dye their wool, get that colour and then dye it back white. So it's just like a little rail system, and then when you have enough wool you can actually turn off the rails, take the clippers out of the dispenser and just let them go. So that is basically the collection system, and then we just make 4 little bays for each of the sheep, and just ignore me making lots of mistakes. So building this, I actually have the children in the background talking to me because it's school holidays here in Australia, asking me 101 questions. So the way this farm works is we have an observer that observes the sheep when they eat the grass, that tells the dispenser to shear the sheep basically. So it's a pretty easy farm. So in the dispensers we put the shears, and then we fill up this area, and then as I was tidying up I realised that I have made the biggest error because I was sidetracked talking to the children. So I have to quickly just pull it all down. Alright, so this is how it should go. The observer needs to be facing the grass so it can observe when the sheep eat the grass, and then the dispenser on top. So I'll just quickly do it for the others and fix them all up. Alright, now that that's all moved and fixed and the way it should be, just quickly tidy up, put the last clipper in there. So now we place the glass, and this is to keep the sheep in place. Right, this season we added canopy glass for the first time onto the server. It looks really good, but it's sometimes really hard to see. So now the fun part, the sheep wrangling. So I actually find with sheep farms it is so much easier to breed the sheep and put the lambs in the cubicles than to try and get the adult sheep in. It just, even though we still have to wait for the babies to grow up, like we can feed them wheat and they'll grow up faster. But it's just so much easier to get them into that little hole than trying to get the adults to the little cubicle. Then we pop another bit of glass on top of the dispenser so the sheep don't get out. And another trick is putting lots of grass around the squares that they eat so that the grass grows faster, basically, so you get more wool. Okay, so we fill up the little sheep farm with our baby sheeps, and now we just wait for them to grow up. So while we're at it, I thought I would make a little enclosure for our special cow, our mushroom cow. This food's a bit of a challenge here. We don't have things spawning that we can kill, and we don't have grassy meadows for lots of animals. I got a mushroom cow from Silver's base. He lives on a mushroom island, and he is basically food on tap. So if you're ever low on food, you can just go and have some soup. So I would love you guys to help me name our mushroom cow. So if you guys think of a really cool name for him, let me know in the comments, and I'm also going to put it on my Instagram and Twitter and stuff for name suggestions. And also I'm going to put a sign up with a funny saying like, soup on tap or something like that. So if anyone can think of a funny little saying that we can put on a sign. And since the bunny rabbits have got a bunny head on top of their little enclosure, I thought I'd put a mushroom cow head on. Thanks to Silver, who dropped them over at our base one day, being funny. It's come in handy. So now onto the building the ship. So this will be a time lapse of me freestyling the ship. Like I wasn't following any tutorial or anything like that. I was just playing around, trying to work out the best style. This time lapse is like my third attempt. I tried a few different ways, and yeah, so let me know in the comments if you watch it to the end, if you have any suggestions or have any questions. And we will leave this episode with me throwing the hull of the ship together, and then we will do a follow-up video probably next week or so of making the balloon part of the airship. And we'll catch us all in the next one. So here goes Speedy Owl Build Mode.